Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming. Today we look at our possible deck combination. So there is three combination that I'm actually running. I'm running my Slayer deck because my Slayer deck has got the kill skill from most of the bosses. I'm running the Nicole deck with the addition of the Beast Breaker, and I'm running Beast Breaker deck, which is this one. I've got several variation of the Nicole deck using different cards for dispel. So on this one I'm running Barbarossa to dispel chaos, and on this particular one I'm running the reforming Saga Knights for their ability to dispel gem silence. So wardens give you the highest dispel rate, but they don't put out a lot of damage, so where possible try and use another card to dispel gem silence, but I chose to use this particular warden because it not only have a high dispel rate, but it also produces a power gem. So there's quite a few stuff going on in the game at the moment. Network has introduced a few changes to the vault. So the anniversary vault is quite good. I did go up to tier 2 of that because I wanted to see if I can get a second try Shulker top, but I didn't. I did go up to tier 4 where I managed to get the Master Collection card, this one, and I did have Sea Swelling Titan before, and that's how I was able to create the Beast Breakers. The idea behind bringing other cards from previous event into the pack is quite good. The only pitfall to it is that you've got this, which is a main card, and this one, which is a support card in the gold collection. I believe those should be in the silver collection because it's pointless having support card in gold collection. If you get a gold card, you want it to be something that is really valuable, and I don't think a support card is valuable as a gold card. Now we have got a new event out, and it's called the Proving Ground. Did go into the Proving Ground, did do 2 fights. I'm not really sure about everything inside there, how it works at the moment, but one thing I do know, the rewards are really exciting. So if you go into the master and ultra choice, when you collect all your choice coins, you need 10,000 coins, and you can craft those 10,000 coin into a choice coin. Once you get the choice coin, then you can actually buy cards from the stores. So the store, I've got cards from previous event, and there is quite a few cards within the store that I would really like to get. There's loads and loads of stuff in here. There's some that I haven't got the master collection card, some that I have got the master collection card and need the ultra rare, and some that I haven't got any of the cards. For example, Vinder, I haven't got this one, and I haven't got ultra rare for that one as well. I haven't got this one or the ultra rare. So you can craft ultimate forms. If you can get 2 choice coins, you can create ultimate forms. You can improve your current ultimate forms pink up to maximum of 6 pink stars if you're fortunate enough to get enough coins. But I think it's really exciting, and I think it's a great addition to the event. So let's see how that goes and how we get on with the Proving Ground. Brilliant idea, the Proving Ground. Okay, so let's get into today's deck combos. So your Slayer deck can use, because as I said, it's got the killer skill for most of the bosses, which is Arcane Killer. The danger with using this particular deck, it's got the nuke damage on it. So if you're going up against a overkill boss and you're looking to get the 200% overkill, you have to play the deck smart, where you can kill it on the main attack rather than the nuke damage actually taking the boss out, because the nuke damage is never gonna give you enough damage to give you the 200% overkill. One tip I've got for you, with using your Slayer deck, if it's the only option that you've got and that's what you're using to complete the event, try taking your bosses to the highest prestige level possible, where you can actually take them out using 3 keys with your Slayer deck. So the last time I used a Slayer deck to actually complete a commander event, it was the last fire commander event, where I was using my fire Slayer deck, which had the new damage as well. So I took my bosses up to prestige level 8, and I just settled for the finish reward. The finish reward at prestige 8 is far higher than the 200% overkill at prestige 1 or prestige 2. So that worked for me. So that's one idea, one strategy that you could use if you're using your Water Slayer deck, because the nuke damage comes into its own when you get up to prestige 8 or 9, and the trophy rewards are very high there. And you can use 3 keys, take out the boss, settle for the finishing rewards, and it's much more relaxing playing your Slayer deck at that level, because you don't have to put a lot of effort in to try and get the 200% or the 500% overkill, and you can do quite well there as well. So let's see how my Slayer deck actually performs in the commander event. It works quite well against overkill and magical bosses. I just have to be quite shrewd by how I activate my battle skills, because if you don't activate your battle skill wisely, you would actually kill bosses before you can get the overkill. Here comes the nuke. And that's no damage. So it worked get well against the guild bosses, because the guild bosses you don't really need to do overkill. But let's get into the 2 commander decks. So the Sea Swelling Titan deck will do quite a bit of damage. It doesn't produce as much power gems as the Nicole deck, but it's one option that you could use for the event. The most important thing within any event is to actually complete the quests and collect the dust that you can create ultimate forms later on, because dust is quite important. The more dust you've got, the better your option is when it comes to the events to actually craft the ultimate forms, because not all the time you'll be lucky enough to get the ultra rare and the master collection card from the pack if you're a free to play player. So I've got quite a bit of dust for this event. I will be able to craft the master collection card, but I won't be able to craft the ultra rare, which is absolutely pointless, because the ultimate form is the important part of the deck. They're the ones that's gonna give you the kill skill, which is very important, and they a lot of the time produce far more power gems. Plus they're very powerful. So I activate my battle skill from left to right after my stacks expired, and this is to use the ability of the ultra rare and the support cards to fill out the spaces. And you can see that it done quite a bit of damage, but not as much damage as the next deck, which is the Nicole deck. So the Nicole deck does produce quite a bit of power gems on the first turn, and on the fourth turn, where the passive kicks in, it will produce far more power gem than the sweet sea swelling title deck. So there you go, lot of power gems on the board, and it will take out a lot of the boss's HP. There you go. First turn in the boss's deck. So the Nicole deck is quite powerful, quite relaxing to play, and it's quite effective. So let's look at other cards within the collection that we could add to the mix. So Commander. So one utility card that most people have got, including myself, which is really valuable, is Precumbrious. Precumbrious is really a good utility card. Its battle skill, which is the Constricting Clamp, actually creates 4 water power gem ones and plays a constricted debuff on one enemy for 4 turns. Constricted increases the enemy damage taken by 20%, and because it's got a 4 turn, it's got the restricted clamp lasts for 4 turns, and you've got a 3 turn cooldown. You can actually double the constricting clamp on the boss, and that will double the amount of damage that the boss takes during that turn. So you can increase the damage that the boss takes by 40%, which is really good. If you've got 2 of these cards, you can increase it by 80%, because I think it stacks. I've only got 1 copy, so a lot of times I use it, and it's really good. I use it even in Slave Event from time to time, and it really works. It's a really good card. You can use Mega Sentinel if you haven't got anything that any cards that produces a lot of power gems. These ones are not so much valuable, but they've really got a nice battle skill. Looking forward to seeing those battle skills being incorporated into Generation 3. So that's one of the cards that I think is really useful, where you can mix in with current cards. If you've only got Sniper Weed, it's a valuable card because as a main card, it has got the passive where it creates 4 water power gem. It does create 4 water power gem ones, so the passive is really useful. I've got 2 copies. If you've got 2 copies, you can incorporate that into a deck, and you could use Precumbrious as well to increase the damage taken by the boss. So that's all I've got for you today. So like, subscribe, and as always, this is Arctane saying peace, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.